Well, I would like to begin by congratulating the ABA and Women Connected for making the excellent decision to induct Diana Moss into the Hall of Fame-inism. Having worked with Diana as a close friend and colleague for well over a decade now, I can honestly say there is no one more deserving of this kind of recognition than Diana Moss. Having watched her ascend to the role of president of the American Antitrust Institute, I can tell you that one of her defining character traits as a leader is fearlessness. And that trait, I happen to know, was forged over a long career as a woman in the antitrust field, a male-dominated field. And to know Diana, to know what she has had to overcome in her career, and to hear some stories of what she's persevered through, is to only gain that much more respect for her as a person, as well as a professional. If all that weren't accomplishment enough, Diana has also made sure that while she is leader of AAI, our organization has worked to elevate women really every chance we get into leadership roles, into prominent speaking roles, and otherwise. I know Diana's committed to making sure that the future generations of women in this field have it better than she had it and are able to compete on a level playing field. So again, just an excellent choice for this recognition. Congratulations, Diana. You deserve it.
Congratulations to Diana Moss on entering the ABA Women Connected Hall of Fame-inism. Nobody deserves this recognition more. As president of the American Antitrust Institute, Diana is a leader in the antitrust community, promoting strong enforcement and effective policies. As her board chair, I witnessed firsthand her commitment to bringing in diverse voices, especially women, who remain woefully underrepresented among antitrust professionals. Diana is a mentor and a role model who leads with vision and passion and creativity. She has shown me how to remain steadfastly focused on your mission while making room for others to learn and to shine. The ABA has made a very wise choice in honoring Diana Moss with the Hall of Fame-inism Award.
I am Diana Moss, president of the American Antitrust Institute. My thanks to the ABA's Antitrust Section and Women Connected Committee and its co-chairs for this incredible honor, standing alongside previous Hall of Fame-inism inductees and this year's honorees, Judge Bernice Donald, Mary Beth Patrici, and Pamela Jones-Harbor, is one of the greatest honors I have received in my professional career. Through commitment and effectiveness, the leadership and membership of the Women Connected Committee has put the Hall of Fame-inism onto the path of fast becoming a vital institution that promotes the necessity of diversity in the field of law and economics. For me, this honor comes as I enter my 34th year as a career economist in antitrust and regulation. That includes in private practice, in government service, in the nonprofit sector, and also in academia. It also includes across most functional areas of litigation support, research, policy analysis, advocacy, and education. But my career has traced an unusual timeline that has shaped my view of the world and brings me full circle to appreciating not only the hurdles women have cleared, but also the ones that remain and how, not if, we are going to get over them. When I finished graduate school, I was one of few women who received a doctorate in an economics field. And when I entered the workforce, I was in the rough and tumble of antitrust and regulation, fields that attracted mostly men. When I made career changes to raise a family, but also to continue to work, I was on the vanguard of a small group of women who pioneered the concept of remote work. In the 1990s, that meant job sharing arrangements, dial-up modems, the fact that we were unlikely to be promoted, and also in defending our productivity as part-time workers. As I navigated this landscape, I was very lucky to be surrounded by family and colleagues that saw the importance of changing societal norms and the right to both successfully work and raise a family at the same time. I give a lot of credit to a group of powerful women in my life that instilled the mentality to accomplish this. That included my two working grandmothers, one in the garment district in New York City and the other at a five and dime store in East Baltimore. It also included my mother, a nurse who left the East Coast at age 22 to move west to seek out adventure, opportunity, and change. She was one of the only working mothers in our neighborhood in Albuquerque, New Mexico during the 1960s and 70s. As a child and a young woman, I never heard my mother or grandmothers talk about the limitations of simultaneously being women, mothers, and workers. Rather, they talked about making all of these things happen, setting the expectations level high, working hard, and standing up for ourselves. I have, I hope, passed this on to my own daughters, who themselves have the same genetic sense of spirit that flows through their family DNA. It is sometimes hard to know when it is time to reach out more to other women to share our experiences. That includes women with careers like mine, women who have been out of the workforce but would like to get back in, and young women who are the next generation of practitioners in law and economics. For me, this happened organically as I gained my footing and confidence with the support of both women and men with shared frustrations and vision. But it also happened through the devoted effort and support of groups like Women Connected and others within professional organizations. A concerted and organized system of mentorship and support with the goal to ultimately pass the torch to the next generation is right now an inflection point in injecting lasting diversity in our professional community. The loss of women from the workplace and return to work controversies during the COVID pandemic has highlighted ongoing inequities in our current system and taught us lessons about the distance we still have to cover. So a major takeaway is that perhaps we should think about building diversity into our community as part of an ongoing process, rather than simply just achieving certain milestones or goals. My experience at the American Antitrust Institute is a good case in point. When I began with AAI 20 years ago, I came into an older male-dominated organization. Since taking over the leadership in 2015, we have diversified our governance and advisory board structures and the makeup of our staff. These priorities have mapped directly over to our programs, our public events, and our support systems. But changing structures may not be enough. We need to change how the profession works and the lens through which it views itself. As a result, at AAI, we began educating the next generation about antitrust and diversity at the same time through conversations with law schools and economics departments. But even that may not be enough. As experts ourselves in the use of evidence, we need to get to the point where we will see visible indication that a more diverse profession is producing tangible, positive results. This in turn will create valuable feedback loops, attracting more diversity that eventually will become part of the productive fabric of our profession. This process, like at AAI, is taking time, but it is happening, and it is in all of our interests to continue to nurture and build our profession to support a diverse group of practitioners in a vital area of the law. And as we support and engage with the groups that have taken leading roles in doing this, the importance and value of Women Connected will become more and more clear. I am proud to be part of this movement and anxious to continue engaging with our community to forge new paths forward. It is an honor to be inducted into this group and all for which it stands. My heartfelt thanks to the Antitrust Section, the Women Connected Committee, and to all of you who make this happen. Thank you.